Today we're going to be cooking in ancient Mali. We're going to be making a beautiful peanut vegetable stew called Tigadegena. But let's first talk about agriculture. In ancient Mali, the river Niger was so important for their agriculture. It provided almost all the water that they needed to grow their crops. And it allowed them to have a commodity, food, which they could trade with other places that didn't have as much rain or a beautiful river running through. And so when we're talking about agriculture and food groups, the first thing we want to talk about is grains. Grains are always the basis of the civilization. It gives them the most secure food. And in ancient Mali, they had lots of different kinds of grains, and one of them was the most ancient African grain called fonio. And here in this picture, you can see that it's a small little grass with tiny little seeds in it. And the great thing about fonio is it can grow even when it's a season that doesn't have much rain or is really, really hot. So you can have a secure source of food. But they also grew millet and rice and sorghum and wheat. And today we're going to be having couscous, which is made out of wheat or millet with our food. And couscous would have been made from the wheat and dried in the sun, and then they would have had a couscous ready for all of the different meals that they were going to have for several months. What about protein? Our meal today has peanuts and black-eyed peas, but we're using sunflower seeds instead of peanuts. But peanuts and black-eyed peas are both vegetable proteins, and they're very great because they grow easily and you can store them easily, so you can always have lots of protein on hand. But in ancient Mali, they would have also had their domesticated animals. They had cattle and goats and sheep and poultry, and they would have hunted and fished as well. What about vegetables? There were so many beautiful vegetables in ancient Mali, and some of them are here. You can see sweet potatoes, eggplants, and okra. We'll be using all of those in our dish, and they had lots of other leafy green vegetables, and sweet potato leaves, too, are a wonderful vegetable to eat. We even have fruit in our dish today. We've got bananas, and then we've got some plantains, which are almost like bananas, and we're using dates. But in ancient Mali, they would have had so many tropical fruits, mango, papaya, and watermelons, for example. And the way that they got their oil is from oil palm. So they would have had to climb up a tree and harvest the pine nuts. And then you have to press the pine nuts to extract out the oil. And then they use that for cooking. Today we're using vegetable oil. So here's the wonderful dish that we're making. It's called tigadegena, and it's a peanut stew. And in the Bamanankan language, tiga means peanut, dege means paste, and na means sauce. And of course, we're using the sunflower seed butter today instead of the peanuts. And then it's interesting too that when the enslaved people came across to America, they brought this stew with them, and their seeds, and it has morphed into Virginia peanut soup, which we may have tried. Oh, so let's look at all of the food groups that we're using. So we have the grain that we're using is the couscous from wheat. And then proteins, they would have used peanuts, so we're using sunflower seeds. And then you can see some black-eyed peas peeking out. And then so many vegetables. We've got okra, we've got eggplant, collards, we've got carrots, onion and garlic, and sweet potatoes. And we even have fruits in this stew. So we've got our bananas, our plantains, and some dates. So we have 4 food groups represented. All right, let's get cooking. So we are going to be making tigadegena, which is a sweet potato peanut stew. And traditionally it was served over millet, which is one of the absolute most ancient grains. And you can also make it though over couscous, which is traditionally made in ancient Mali too. And the ingredients we'll be using are onion, sweet potato, 2 sweet potatoes, a little bit of garlic. We're going to use some okra. We have frozen okra today here. We're going to be adding some greens. So in ancient Mali, they would have used sweet potato leaves, which would have been great, but we're going to use some of this kale. And then the recipe actually asks for eggplant, but it's not eggplant season, and that was hard to find in the store. So we have
some summer squash, and we have a chunk of butternut squash. So we're going to chop up our onion. It doesn't have to be real fine because it's going to stew for a while. There's the onion. Okay, we're going to chop the garlic up. We'll crack that and peel it. There we go. We don't have to finely chop that either. So this is something that kids can even chop with the butter knife. This, and help out in the kitchen. This is something that kids can help out with scissors. You can chop the greens like this. Everybody has something to do. So there's our kale. Now we have to chop up the sweet potatoes. So we've got 2 here. I think I'll just leave the skins on. They have a lot of nutrition in them. Or go ahead and just use the whole sweet potato. There's our sweet potatoes all chopped up. In this recipe, we are trying to use ingredients that they would have had in ancient Mali. But in ancient Mali, they didn't actually grow pumpkin and winter squash, and they also didn't grow tomatoes and peppers. Those are all native to Central and South America, so they weren't in Africa at this time. But you can use any ingredients you have on hand for this recipe, so we're going to go ahead and use some of this winter squash. Here's the winter squash all chopped up. Now the only veggie left that we have here today is the okra. So we're going to measure about a cup of okra. Kids can measure the cup of okra. Pour that in. We've got our frozen okra. Now what we can do is make our peanut sauce that we're going to add. So we'll be using peanut butter. Sunflower seed butter is another great option. The peanut butter is going to be providing some protein to this meal, and ground nuts or peanuts were grown in Africa back in ancient Mali as well. Then you can add some broth, and you can add a vegetable broth, which could be boxed, or you could use chicken broth. You could use these chicken bouillon cubes. You could use a homemade broth. So we have to put in about 1.5 cups of broth. We can add a little bit of salt and pepper. It's a little tricky at first, but it will whisk up. Add today is a little bit of black-eyed peas for some extra protein. Okay, let's go over to the stove and we'll get started. So we're using peanut oil here, but in ancient Mali they would have most likely used palm oil from the oil palm trees. Alright, so we're going to saute these onions until they're a little bit wilted and start to get a little bit golden. Okay, that's starting to wilt down a little bit. Let's go ahead and add the summer squash and garlic. That stir. We'll just add the vegetables a little bit at a time so that everything can get a chance to saute a bit. That's the winter squash going in. If you had eggplant, you could put that in right now. Okay, it looks like those onions are starting to really get cooked, so let's go ahead and add the sweet potatoes. Stir those around. Ooh, that's looking good. And the okra. Now we're going to add our peanut sauce into the stew. Let's get those greens in there. This looks like a lot of greens, but they're going to cook down. By the end, we'll barely even notice them. And they add lots of vitamins and minerals and fiber to our meal. I'm going to put the cover on and let that stew for a minute so that the greens can cook down. While that's cooking down, we can take a look at this millet to see how it came out. It looks like looks really good. It looks a lot like couscous, actually. Now I can stir those greens down in. Sweet potato leaves would be so good with this. Look at all those colors. Looks so good. Now we're going to add about 1.5 cups of black-eyed peas to this dish. And that's optional, but I thought it might be nice to have a little more protein. Oh, wow, now it's looking great. Okay, so that is it. This is so simple and easy. All we have to do now is let it stew for about half an hour until the sweet potatoes, or those will take the longest to cook out of everything, until they're done. And then we've got our ancient Mali stew. So it's been half an hour and we're gonna check our stew. Oh wow, look, it's really stewed down. Great, look at that peanut sauce and all those veggies. So now we get to actually try the stew. And there's my delicious meal from ancient Mali. So enjoy.